Hi again. This is your admin Julian. Today I'd like to talk about. Actually, there's a lot of things I kind of want to talk about. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of things, but there's other things. There's more than one thing that I like to talk about. And one of the things is pushing forward, moving forward when you feel like there's no more reason to push forward. Continue to move forward when you feel like there's no reason behind it. Another thing I want to talk about is um, knowing that we don't have a time frame for when we because everybody's different. Everybody goes through things differently. There isn't a time frame for grieving. It's not like a 2 week thing or a 2 year thing. Everybody's different. Some people, are able to cope uh, sooner than others, and some take longer. Everything, everything takes time. So I guess in actuality, there's only two things I want to talk about. Is pushing forward when you feel like there's not a reason, and there's not a time frame for grieving. Uh, when we don't have when we go through loss, a big loss, be it losing someone in a relationship, someone you love dearly, or be it losing someone through death. When we move forward, we try to continue on despite this pain that is inside of us. When we grow and we endure these things, we become stronger. We become stronger, so that when something like this happens again in the future, we're more better. Excuse me. When something like this happens again in the future, it's easier for us to overcome. Also, it's good to help those that are going through the same thing, because we've been there and we know how to overcome, and we know how to maybe not overcome completely, but we know how to cope and how to manage. Now, keep in mind, here comes the second thing, that grieving doesn't have a time frame. Everybody's different. Even I understand. eh, Everybody's different, and I understand this. I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't understand it. With that being said, we go through it, and we've experienced it, so we know how to help others. So what we can do is offer advice on how to cope, how to manage. But we have to keep in mind that everybody's different, and everybody grieves differently. But we can't dwell on these pains. We can't dwell on the fact that there's been a loss in lot. It's hard for me to open up, man, which is weird because I'm the creator of the group, so you would think that it's easy for me to open up, but it isn't. Anyways, when my father passed away, I didn't blame God, and I didn't look for someone to blame. But there was a big hole in my heart. I was really close to my father. But there's days that are harder than others. But I've gotten to a point where I can breathe easy because I focus on the memories. If I were to dwell on the fact that he's gone and that I'm not gonna be able to hug him anymore, or that I'm not gonna be able to hear his voice anymore, stuff like that. If I dwell on these things, that sadness, that darkness is only going to pull me in. So it's not good to dwell on those things. You know, I get sad over it. I'm not gonna lie and pretend I'm perfect. I get sad over the fact that he's gone, and it's hard sometimes. But I've grown from it. I've become stronger, and I'm able to help those that are kind of going through the same thing. I hope I'm making sense that, you know, when you feel like there's no point going on, keep going forward because it only makes you stronger. You may not feel that you can go through it, but you can. You may not feel, but little by little, step by step, eventually you will move forward. You will move past. You will move past this feeling of I can't take it anymore. This feeling of I think this is it. I'm just gonna end it. Those kind of feelings. You're able to move past those feelings when you move little step by step. And that everybody grieves differently. There's no time frame for grieving. I'm rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, great night. Bye. My question of the video is this: what movies do you recommend? I'm a big movie watcher, and I'm sure there are some movies out there that I haven't seen yet. So what movies do you recommend?